Hi there, I hope you are well. Today I want to talk about the best advice that I have ever had when it comes to choosing a life partner. I don't have a life partner right now, but these are things that I will definitely make sure that I ask on the next person who wants to marry me. I don't even know at this point if I want to get married or not, but these questions, I feel like they're very important if you are deciding that this is the person that you would love to spend the rest of your life with. So the first question is, if this person never changes, they are like this for the rest of their lives, would you be able to accept them the way they are? I feel like in my past I have fallen to a trap of always seeing a potential on someone, and I feel like I think it's not fair to expect the other person to change. And I've seen it with myself that changing myself is really difficult. And sometimes you try to change something and then something happens and you go back to your default settings. So expecting someone else to change is really difficult. So ask yourself, if this person that you're with would never change, they would be like that until the rest of your lives. Would you be okay with that? Or are you someone who is falling in love with a potential? Would you hope that that person changes or not? Okay. The second question that you need to ask yourself is, if someone would come to you and say that, wow, you're turning more like your person, if they told you that you are becoming more like that person, would that be a compliment or would that be an insult? That question really hit hard, because sometimes I think we do not realize how much of an impact the people around us have. So if you're spending time with someone, whether you like it or not, you are going to be more like them or they're going to be more like you. And I feel like for us women, it's easy to adapt to what men are or how they are behaving. It's quite difficult for men to do the same. For an example, if a man decides that they want to go and stay in another country, it's easy for a woman to leave their family behind and relocate with that man. But I think it's a very few men out there who would be willing to do that for a woman. Okay. And then another thing that you need to ask yourself is, how is this person treating people that do not add any value to them? Or how do they treat strangers? Or how do they treat people that they do not know? I think this really helps, especially when you're driving with someone and then you see the way they cuss out at people who cut them off, and you see the way they do road rages on the road, the way they fight with people. Because when it comes to road rages, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I am naive, but I don't think that there's someone who just gets out of their house and think, okay, today I'm just going to cause trouble in the road. If someone makes a mistake in the road, I always feel like maybe they are running to the hospital, maybe they're running to be with their family member, maybe they're rushing somewhere, maybe they're going whatever. But I always feel like there's always a good excuse for someone to make a mistake. And I am not perfect. I've made mistakes on the road, so I always try to give other people the benefit of the doubt as well. And obviously, I'm not saying that it's right when people cut you off on the road, but what if you gave them the benefit of the doubt? What if you told yourself that it is not about you? What if you told yourself that maybe this person is rushing someone to hospital, that's why they are in such a hurry? Okay. And then another question that you can ask yourself is, you need to ask yourself, if you had a daughter, right, would you like your daughter to date the same person as your partner? And if you had a son, would you like your son to turn out like your partner? This was really tough to hear, because I feel like so many times for us women, we tend to settle for things that we know we don't deserve. It's easy for a woman to stay in an abusive relationship, even though it is something that they would never allow to happen to their daughter. For some reason, some of us think that our kids are more precious than us, and that is not true. We are our first responsibility in this world. So if you wouldn't like something to be done to your daughter, do not allow it to be done. to yourself, okay? And if you would not like your son to turn out like the person that you are with, then why are you with that person? Because that is contradicting with your beliefs, okay? And then another thing that I wish I've had, also another point that I also want to talk about is what kind of a person are you turning to, without blaming the other person but this person? Do you find yourself lying to this person? Are you able to be authentically yourself to this person, or are you always worried, what if they're gonna judge me, what if they don't accept me the way I am? Do you find that if you're with this person, you always have to put on a front, you have to be this person, you have to show this personality, or are you able to be authentically yourself? Okay, so yes, a few things that I have learned along the way of my life, and these are the things I will definitely take to my next relationship. Let me know in the comment section, what advice would you give someone who wants to say yes to someone and spend the rest of their lives with that person? And also, what red flags do we tend to miss in our relationships? I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. Have a great day. Goodbye.